Oh yeah, absolutely. And and in my opinion, that includes lesbian gay relationships as also, because why can't your girl do that for you?
Because maybe she wants some man hands on that body.
Then maybe you have to figure something else out. I don't know.
Get the man hands on the body with the sexy guys touching the sexy bodies.
But either way, regardless of what it is, you have another person touching you in an intimate way that, if, like I said, if you're in a committed relationship, your partner should be the only one touching you that way.
Chatinomics podcast. Got it. I think we had it right there.
Chatinomics.
Today's episode, we're going to chat about Lusty
Massages. I'm sure you guys have seen this on Instagram or YouTube or whatever. But there's guys out there, because I don't know if women are doing it yet, but there's guys out there that pretty much are giving women massages, but it's a very sensual, intimate, lusty.
Dudes out here touching wives. What are you talking about? Dudes out here touching wives. You talking like we had an injunction.
No,
they out here gristle on the gristle.
Because I know at the very least, like, that's not their intention, is not to be sexual and not to be this. Like, they want to make women feel good, and they're not being creeps. If they are deep down inside, then that's different. Nobody's gonna know that except for them.
But it's like, as a woman, would you do that even though you have a husband?
No.
So it's something inappropriate then. There's a line being crossed. But these women are willing to do these massages.
I think if you are in any type of committed relationship and you still seek that out, then yeah, that's cheating.
Yeah, something's missing in your so-called community.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And and in my opinion, that includes lesbian gay relationships as also, because why can't your girl do that for you?
Because maybe she wants some man hands on that body.
Then maybe you have to figure something else out. I don't know.
Get the man hands on the body with the sexy guys touching the sexy bodies.
But either way, regardless of what it is, you have another person touching you in an intimate way that, if, like I said, if you're in a committed relationship, your partner should be the only one touching you that way. Unless y'all have an open relationship wherein, you guys are comfortable with each other doing stuff like that.
Oh, I see the angle you're going with. Mm-hmm. I'm going at the angle of like, lonely, don't got a man, got a cat, need somebody to touch on me.
Well, yeah. I mean, that could also be one, but I was just going off what you said about if I was somebody's wife, would I do that? And so that's why I was saying no. And then I'm anybody in a committed relationship.
No, forget that committed. A wife. And the other thing is play.
So
you play.
You don't think it matters if somebody just has a boyfriend or a girlfriend?
To nobody, that don't matter. If I die, you get no benefits from me, nothing. You get nothing from me. Mm. When we want to stop play, let's marriage, and then you actually get some assets and things transferred and actual writing, blood in, blood out type activity. Mm-hmm. Then we play.
Got you. But yeah, I was just explaining what it is because I don't think, like I said, well, at least the way to get women to take their services is that they, are providing this experience. It's supposed to be, intimate and sensual and make you feel good about yourself and, just have that, close, I guess, touch that people don't get. So yeah, I think to your point that it probably is for women out there who's lonely and
intimacy is real. Right? Well, all these women be like, I don't need nobody. You need somebody to hold you.
That's a fact.
Get up on the skins.
That is super. That is really a fact, and it's really interesting.
It's just wild
how much it's caught on too, and that I don't know if people are really saying any negative things about it because
it's not stopping. It's still going. Like, it's not. I don't think it's gonna be a fad because it's still gonna be what? Is we watching? Oh no, that's some promo stuff. Nah, because I'm just trying to understand where your mind at, to where you need to hire somebody to touch on you. And then the numbers are in our favor.
What do you mean?
It's going to be a lot of lonely women one day.
Mm.
You don't, like, same thing with men. It's going to be a lot of lonely men.
Also, I feel like on the other hand, some people could argue that it's kind of like the female version of like getting a prostitute.
Yeah.
It's like, if you feel like you don't have time for this, or you can't find nobody, or
hey, if he's getting up in the guts, that's none of our business. That's that's him and his clients. That's in between them two.
That is totally
now. If he
different.
gut busting, that's his business.
Hey.
Well, if he pays for the massages and then after they want to get gut bust, that's their business. But now if on the side he like really actually do selling his body, then I'm like, kudos to you, bro. But you're gonna catch up then eventually.
Yeah, be safe.
No, I hope not. That's not nice. Blessings to you, brother. But all I'm asking is, do you have a retirement fund set up with this touching on women and gut busting them? That's all I gotta ask.
Yeah, because that's the other part of it too. I guess, somebody could look at it and be like, all right, well, how long you gonna be just touching on women?
You get arthritis in your hands.
Cause is this something that you just gonna include in your services of other things, or is this your entire business is just these things? I don't know. It's interesting to think about. Do you think there's any situation where you could see it making sense that somebody's husband was okay with that?
If he had no arms. Isn't that valid?
So the only way is if he has no hands or no arms. Or maybe one hand. Or
I'm paralyzed. I got into a horrible accident and I'm literally paralyzed from my neck down and I can't move my arms to touch. Other than that, I can move my hands and I can touch you. Why do I need somebody else to touch you? Yeah,
So, how come, in your opinion, boyfriend-girlfriend, relationships wouldn't matter for, if somebody has a boyfriend or girlfriend and they went to something like that, it wouldn't really matter, in your opinion?
It's the same aspect, because then it's just what are you boyfriend and girlfriend for if you need some random other dude to touch you? What are we doing? Unless you're single and alone, I get it. That's the same thing with men who get prostitutes.
Yeah.
Not every man gets poom poom. You gotta go out there and pay for it.
Yeah.
Not every woman's gonna get a man.
Yes.
She's gonna have to pay for some intimacy. There's male prostitutes who dead, they pay for the boyfriend experience.
Yeah.
Same thing with the girlfriend experience. But nobody wanna talk about that. It's women be lonely out here. We know men be lonely. That's what it is. It is what it is. Nobody cares about us.
Yeah, it's still taboo for women to go and do get sex like that.
Really think about it when you boil it down. Where you gonna get sex from? Unless you want to catch some random dude it's actually would be safer for you to get a male prostitute.
Probably, yeah.
The transaction between actual professionals is more safer than just going to the bar and trying to pick up a random dude. You kiss him in the mouth. Now you got herpes type 7, and your baby's gonna come out with an arm in the back. Because you kissing random dudes in the club and don't know what they got on their mouth. Because you trying to get your gut bust.
What? Okay.
My bad. We went on a tangent. My bad.
Nah, but I was just thinking about we're not talking about people who actually enjoy getting off by seeing their partner with another person, because I know that there's people out there that enjoy that, and it's
we talking majority.
Yeah, that's your thing. Hey, more power to it. I can see how something like that could be cool, because it's not necessarily you getting you're not having sex with another person, but another person is getting your partner in that mood, and then he's like, ooh.
I don't want to see nobody busting your guts out. Sitting in the closet like this. Oh! I don't look.
What?
Oh God. Nah, I'm good.
Yo, that's not funny. Yeah, No, it's cool. It's interesting.
Because that boyfriend and girlfriend thing triggers me for some reason. Because I did that nonsense, and then I realized that when I started dating for a purpose, I was just like, that's so stupid. Why are we talking if we're not going to do something long term with this? Other than that, it's just like, yo, are you cool with just casually hanging out and having sex? Because it's either I want that, or we're building something together. What we doing?
Yeah.
Because it's just like, if you're not fun to hang out with, then you need casually just nickel and dime our way together.
So then, what would you call this stage of the relationship? Well, yeah, what would you call the relationship when before you're exclusively dating, but you're before being married, if that makes sense?
Courting? Your courting stage? Talking about until you on a date.
Well, because you said for you, boyfriend, girlfriend doesn't mean anything. So I'm like, if it's not that, then what else would you call it?
I wouldn't waste time at this point in my life. Before that, I would entertain going on dates back and forth and having sex with somebody. Casually. All right. I'll see you once or twice a week. Sometimes I may not see you longer than that because I work. And then when I see you, have fun, hang out, good time. Bop, bop, bing, bang. Gut, bust. And then we out of there. Rinse and repeat.
Yeah.
Eventually, that shit got boring. It just was like, I could get the whole spiel of get the gab, get the girl on a date. She gonna like me. All right, cool. Then I'm like, I'm wasting money investing in this because it's going nowhere. All we're doing is going on dates, have sex. Go on dates, have sex. Are we thinking about marriage? Do we think about family? What's your career goals? What's my career goals? None of that was talk conversations until I started thinking about that. And then I started bringing that to dating, and then the transition changed on how dates were short. Like I was like, oh, you not about that? Next. Oh, you not about that? Okay. Oh.
So, okay, if I'm not your wife, if I'm not your girlfriend, then what would you call me?
The woman I'm courting, my lady. Jesus Christ. You're not supposed to date somebody for a whole year, and you're supposed to be court for a couple months. Y'all want to get married? Okay, married. That's how they normally do it. All this extra dating, all that extra stuff I was doing, I shouldn't have been doing that. I should have been married off, but I wasn't raised that way. I wasn't in that kind of marriage environment. But now, as an adult, I'm not in a rush to marry you in the wrong situation. But that's my mindset, approach on what you bring in my life. Are you taking away or are you adding? What are you between that and a wife? What am I actually doing? Am I courting you? Am I actually getting to know you? Are we discussing future goals? Like, are you thinking about that? You just think about a label between, what's this between that? What's that label? Or is he actually courting you? Is he actually talking about marriage? Is he actually talking about rings? All that stuff. Doing it. Looking up. Like, you got to watch the moves. Actions.
I think that makes sense, though. And I feel like it makes sense in, like, today's dating climate. Because I feel like at least people in our generation, like, we've gone through this wave of, like, somehow we've gotten to this point where it's like everybody feels like everybody's hurt. Everybody's been hurt by somebody. Nobody trusts nobody. And it's, like, bad. Where it's like nobody out here is like fucking with nobody. Nobody
talk about the positive stuff.
Right. Everybody, it's like become so focused on the drama and the negative. And so I feel like where you're at is like, we not even messing around unless we going somewhere. So I feel like that's perfect for how people are nowadays because it forces you to think like, what do I really want? Who can I really be with? Who am I in relation to this person? And then now you know like, okay, if I'm about to date somebody, we dating because we going somewhere. We're not dating just because, I like you, we dating exclusively, but maybe we might get married, maybe not, I don't know, and then it's just...
No, it's no mites. You know where it's going. If I stay with the dude, I'm going to get married and have a family. there's no confusion with dudes who move that way.
Right.
When you gotta be in limbo and confused, then you question. You have to start questioning dudes.
Right.
Okay, are you serious? No. Where do you want to go with your life? This is where I want to go with my life. No? Okay. On to the next. But the sad part is women be going through dude getting gut bust until they come to the fruition and be like, what do I want? And then you already got like bodies on you. Guts kind of broken. Need a healing gut buster doctor, I swear. Call him at 976. I'll fix your guts.
If that really were a thing, I would know a lot of women that would probably be interested, and you make a whole lot of money.
Because wasting their guts on random dudes with no purpose.
Yeah.
Like, what do you want to do? I don't know. I'm just figuring it out.
And I feel like it's a lot of levels like to that, and it's a lot of like reasons why, or like how it comes about. Because I feel like as the manosphere would say these days, modern women, we have kind of been told like it's like, oh, it's okay to like, you know, some people say go have a whole phase, or you know, it's like when you're in your 20s, like, you know, be free, explore who you are, find these things, whatever.
You do that with your husband, ladies.
While
or Jaquan down the block, he go gut buster. 1-800 Tyrone bust your guts.
While I do think that you should do some sort of that before you decide if you want to be basically decide if you want to be married or not. I don't think we need as much emphasis on having sex with every single person that we encounter, or that we feel some type of feelings or emotions or something for, because it's like, the way I feel is like, there's gonna be there's gonna be people that do that all the time. Yeah. But it's like, okay, like when you think about it, you acting off the fact that you're like, yo, I'm sexually attracted to this person.
I feel.
And then it's like, but you may not. Just because you guys are sexually attracted to each other or sexually compatible doesn't mean that you're compatible in all other ways.
Or future together.
Or if you even like each other in that way. Or if you're looking for the same thing or at the same time. Like, you know.
Yeah, because the lifestyle and then the person you... Like, if you're looking for security and stability, that's a certain type of set of man. Mm-hmm. He moves a certain way.
Right.
If you want stability and security, he moves with objectives, purpose, discipline, consistency. So why would he want to be with somebody who's inconsistent, don't know how to control themselves? In like important, it could be like, so we remember how we go. Inspectors coming to see the house. Mm-hmm. You could be like, so what you inspecting? No, I'm confident that you're gonna carry yourself a certain way and just approach it, and then that energy reciprocate, because they always are open to talk to you and give you information that helps us in the long run. Mm-hmm. And also now when I meet them, it's not like on some like, yo, I just saw your wife, I'm about to punch you for her.
Yeah.
It's more like, oh, your wife is loving you and she's with you, so you probably a cool dude. Hello.
Yeah. My secret weapon. And I definitely think that, at least from my experience, like, you know, there was dudes that I liked, and I'm like, you know, we was talking and stuff, and it, like, I didn't, like, even though I may have wanted to, like, have sex with them, I'm like, I'm kind of glad that I didn't, because in the long run, I'm like, okay, I like this person. Yeah, I mean, I like this person, and I'm not trying to call it wasted time, but at the same time, you're like, if I would have done that, now I'm just like, that's just another person that, like, didn't need to happen.
Don't even matter if you saw him or not. It could have just been a person passed by. And when you step back and look at a bird's eye view of your life, you're like, damn, that ain't even mean nothing.
Right. Because I feel like when you meet somebody and you know, like, you vibe with them and you're kicking it and it's cool and it's like a different, you know, you never met somebody like them, whether you guys end up married or not, like, that's a dope experience that helps you. Like, you figure out, you know, now you know, like, okay, I'm in a safe play environment. I know what I like. I know what I don't like. So, you know, if it doesn't work with that person, you know what you want for the next time.
But that's the trial and error approach, which is always risky.
Well, yeah, but I'm not...
Because how many guys are you gonna learn one lesson from this guy, then the next lesson from that guy, then you gotta go through 40 guys to learn the 40 lessons, or are you gonna take it from being in a relationship with somebody and learn lessons?
Well,
it don't work out.
Well, I'm saying in terms of like adding sex into the mix.
Sex always gonna be wrong.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like every guy you talk to, you don't have to have sex with. But if you limit or are strategic about the dude that you are talking to or that you're dating, and you do end up having sex with them, it's not like you just acted out of nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because you're like, okay, I like this person and I have everything else, and then now if I decide to have sex with them, it wasn't for no reason. It wasn't just because like, damn.
But if they not getting married, it would be for no reason. Because he just bust her guts and they just for like 6 months and they left and they not together no more. It's always a risk, but you gotta jump. You just gotta be like, okay, what am I looking for as a lady, and what I want my future to look like when I'm 45?
Yeah.
Do I want a husband? Do I want kids? Do I want to have grandkids? Because other than that, what are you doing?
What do you mean?
Are you just gonna just dive into your career? Because what's your life gonna be at 45 and beyond? Mm-hmm. If you don't choose to have a husband and kids. Mm-hmm. Okay, now you're 45. You have your career that whatever you was doing. But let's say you just decided to be a waitress and you just did that. Mm-hmm. And now you're 45 and you just was a waitress and never got a husband or family. Mm-hmm. What life looking like?
You by yourself. Just going through life.
The way people moving is just like, they don't need you. The ladies that I ran into when I was dating, it was just like, I would need them more than they need me. And so you be feeling unappreciated.
That's the narrative nowadays.
You be feeling, man, unappreciated as a dude. Especially a dude who just be like, I take care of things because I said I want to take you out. Yeah. Now that's why when I be like, when you say you want to take me out, I'll be like, hey, I better not have to touch my wallet. You bothered me to come outside.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that's my mom said when I asked a lady out. I'm like, you took the time out your day to hang out with me. Cool. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna make sure you have a good time. Things to take care of. Yeah. Period. And no confusion about that. It's simple. Mm-hmm. I like simple. Ain't no, oh, we go 50-50. No, it's what for. If you ask me to go out, pay for the shit. Mm-hmm. Other than that, leave me alone until I feel like going out and paying for everything. That's how I saw it. It was simple logic. You can't be like, why we don't go out? I was like, man, the reason why we don't go out, if I gotta pay every time, I'm gonna pick when I feel like going out. Yeah. I'm gonna do what I wanna do. Because I gotta pay for everything. So, well, we gonna lazy tag? That's a little childish. I was like, I really don't care. I wanna go play lazy tag. I like lazy tag. Mm-hmm. Do you wanna go? Oh, okay. Because when you bust guts, you can make demands.
Okay, because I guess like what I'm thinking about is like, you have to experience some things in order to know who you want to marry. Like because the way when you're saying it, it's kind of like the next person, every person you date, you should go into it thinking that you're gonna get married. Yes.
Not in the beginning when I was dating.
No, I'm just saying in general.
Not marriage, but at least more than 2 years, like longevity. Like, I have to see myself be able to chill with you when I'm just chilling. Mm-hmm.
And so, what I'm trying to reconcile is like, okay, when you're thinking about like not trying to, basically like not trying to have a lot of bodies by the time you get married. Like, how it's like going about that without being able to experience different people, so you know what you want, but also like keeping your mileage low, if that makes sense.
But what do you want?
What do you mean?
What experience did you need to learn for you to know what you want? out of a husband?
If you've never been in a relationship, how do you know what you want in a relationship?
Someone to treat you nice and take care of you.
Okay.
Isn't that something somebody would want?
Yeah.
I feel like that's simple to understand. Like, oh, this man, he's nice to me and he takes care of me.
Yeah.
I should marry him.
Do you think that's it?
No, I don't think that's it. I'm just saying, is that a thought process that could happen?
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. It just, the narrative seems like that's never even a thought. Like, it's always like a negative thought. Like, oh wait, what if this? What if that? What if this? What if you met a man? He was just average looking, nice to you, took you out. He wasn't like gift to gab, but conversation was cool. It was cool with him.
Mm-hmm.
It just never was, I guess, the excitement that you was looking for or whatever that is.
Mm-hmm.
That's your husband. You don't want to be a husband. That's your husband right there. He gonna take care of you when you 45 and beyond.
So, I guess I'm trying to understand, like, well, what do you think women should do then?
What I think they should do to make sure they have survival at 45 and beyond.
Yes. Like, how do you get out?
Open your eyes and look at, just be open to working, like, being cooperative with a man.
So you think that during the, like, first date stage is when you know, like, when you should be able to assess, like, okay, this dude could be my husband?
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay.
If you, what? Yes.
No, that makes much more sense now.
Oh!
That makes much more sense now because...
Guess what time it is? Woo! That was the alarm. Woo!
But yeah, no, because that makes much more sense because I was thinking in terms of like, okay, dating as if like when you're in a relationship with somebody. But you're taking it further, you're taking it even a step before that and saying before you even get into something with somebody, you should be able to vet them off the first few dates, whether you can see yourself with this person long term.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
Conversation will spark your interest. Mm-hmm. The first couple of dates will let you know what's going on. Mm-hmm. How the actual physical chemistry y'all have, the rapport y'all have with each other, the eye contact, the touching y'all have with each other. Now, I swear to God, it's not that hard. I went on enough dates to learn. I was like, all right, this is a lot of dry conversations, and then you learn how to, all right, you got to control the flow of the conversation. Then you got to learn if somebody knows how to have a proper conversation with the back and forth, get the gab, banter, play for banter, but know how to have real conversation.
Right.
What's your future? What you do you even think about your future? Mm-hmm. What are you doing right now? What you want to do? Some women like, what do you want to do next 5 years? What? I got to think right now. Mm-hmm. I'm like, all right, next. I don't want no woman that's not thinking ahead like that. That's dangerous. That's dangerous. That means it's a liability.
I think that if women are going to take the approach that you suggest by being able to vet your husband by going on a certain number of dates with this person, I think it's upon you as a woman to know what to look for,
and also be proactive about what you want. Look up things, read books, look up positive couples and see, learn how they vetted, learn how they became, learn how they stayed together for long periods of time.
Yeah.
Because people just going into these situations blindly and be like, I'm going to learn as I go. I'm like, so you going to get your gut bust as you go? You going to get your gut bust as you go, ladies? That's what we really talk about. I'm working on the shirt. Are you really going to get your gut bust just so you can learn what kind of dude you don't like? Or you just simply say, oh, I want this and this. Do you want that, sir? No. Okay. Until you meet a dude who's like, oh yeah, I want that too. Then you go on the first 2 dates. You should have your questions lined up. Not like interrogation, but a conversation to steer to where you could get your crucial questions.
Or things you want to know.
Yeah. What's your career goals? Where you want to be? Not directly, but take the time and educate yourself and have a conversation. Learn how to slide that up in there. Learn how, okay, he does that for his career. Oh, he's ambitious. All right, cool. All right. It's okay. That's the game y'all got to play to live. Yeah. 45. Because you can't live off, when you 87, you can't be a waiter.
No, you can't. Yeah, no, that makes sense. That's why I asked you, like, do you mean by, like, they should even just start that process by dating because when you're initially dating people, because from your perspective, when you do that, you don't even have to think about having sex with a bunch of people because the only people that you're going to get to that stage with are the people that you vetted first.
Exactly.
And then regardless of if it does or does not work out, you vetted that person and now you learned from that.
Like you went into that situation like I was expecting to get married. Mm-hmm. It didn't work out. Damn. But from that situation I learned. Look for those signs that what made this fail. Now I could vet quicker. Mm-hmm. Your vetting skills are supposed to get quicker, not your guts. I just came up with that. Your vetting skills should get better. Not your guts.
Gotcha. But yeah, I think
that was a good episode.
I think that was a good ending point, and then we can pick it up again.
Yes. Thank you for tuning in. What was it? I already forgot.
Chatinomics
with your boy T
and Swaggy Z.